Hey loved ones, this is Love. I'm talking to you today about being grand. Okay, so let me set the situation up for you. Um, I had this friend, my sister. We used to go to school together at Albany State University in Albany, Georgia. I had seen her in years, probably about 5, 6, I dare say 7 years. Hadn't seen her in a long time. So we reconnected and I went to see her in Augusta. She lives in Augusta, Georgia. And I went like maybe 2 or 3 times to see her. And she has this friend living with her. Another girl, another young lady, just starting in her transition. But for one, let me say that you can't take everybody in. I'm sorry. Everybody can't be your friend. Everybody can't be in your circle. Everybody can't be your sister. It's your sister. It's okay to love from a distance and to care for from a distance, but you can't invite a lot of energy inside your space because all energy is not good energy. But this particular young lady, she's not bad. I didn't think that she was a bad young lady. So what happened was my sister was calling me on my way when I was going to Augusta just to check on me. And she was like, well, I gave my roommate your information so that she can ask you questions about your journey because I'm much further along than my sister is. And so I was like, yeah, I'll go ahead and give her any information, impart any wisdom that I can, because I'm not one of those girls that will take how I got to where I am with me to the grave. Like, what is that going to benefit me? Like, how's that going to benefit? I want to help people or help other girls. Like, what good is it doing being closed-lipped? It's not helping anybody. It's not helping you. And like, so that's not me. That's not me at all. So I was like, yeah, I'll go ahead and let her know about my transition and how my journey was. So when I got there to her place, like it was night. It was I should have got off of work around 7, and Augusta is maybe like 3.5, 4 hours from where I am. So it was pretty late, but everybody was still up, or what have you. So I explained to her my journey and whom I went to get things done. But yeah, she seemed pretty cool. So that night we had went out to, I guess, downtown Augusta, I guess, where the club scene was. But it's like they have like a whole strip of like bars and clubs and stuff that people are like all out walking. So we decided, okay, well, yeah, we're gonna get out and walk. Funny. So we got out, my sister, her roommate, and myself. So at first we were all together because I'm about that life. Like, I'm like, okay, well, it doesn't matter how far you are along in your transition, because I had it done to me. Like, seriously. When I first started transitioning, I have some girlfriends from Miami, and they'll laugh when they hear this. I wasn't as far along as they were in their transition. So we would go, this particular year, we would go to different events. This particular year, we went to Black Beach reunion. If anybody knows it, it's from the South, or you may not be from the South. Some Northerners come to Black College reunion weekend. It's in Daytona every year. It's a big event. Like, everybody and their mama is there. So we were at this event, and should have been maybe like 5 or 6 girls walking, and you know, the straight people to catch one that's not like the others, and all mayhem ensues, like, seriously. But in this particular event, again, I wasn't as far along as my girlfriends and my sisters were. So everybody scattered. It was like turning on the light and all the roaches leaving, like all the mice leaving. Like, I was just like that one lone mouse just there, because I wasn't as far along in my transition as they were. So I didn't want to be that same type of person that would leave you hanging in that instance if you got clocked, or if something happened to make us get clocked, you know? So in this instance, in that particular night, that particular evening, 3 of us were walking along the sidewalk, coming to like a club or what have you, and it's, my lighting is off now, I don't know what's going on, but coming to like a side where there's an entrance to a club or the bar, and they wanted to cross the street. I was like, no, I'm not crossing the street. Like, for what? Like, I'm real. Please. So I was like, no, I'm not crossing the street. So I pursued, excuse me, I just proceeded to go up the sidewalk. Like, it's nothing, I paid it. So they came up behind me like they were, because they had decided to take a moment and pause. No, so I just kept walking. So we had bent the corner. I can hear in the background, like, ooh, like that, you know how dudes are, like, they're just gonna be like, so not cool and so not cute about the situation. So like I heard some snickering and loud talking in the back, so I just sped up my walk and pulled out my phone, like acting like I was on my phone. Be that as it may, so we all finally got together again, and they were like, "Ooh, girl, you tried it." I was like, no, not at all, not at all. You guys thought about what you're gonna do. No, I just proceeded to do. Like when you think about it too much, no, I'm not gonna get myself like clocked or whatever. But that's neither here nor there. But we had all got back together, got in the car, and went back to her place. So the next day, her roommate and I, because I needed to go to Walmart for something, so she showed me where Walmart was, and like I can feel like it was a bit of uncomfortability between us. So she was behind me a couple of feet when we were walking in the store. Like I was like, no, girl, we're the same person. Like we're the same, like, kind of person. Like why would you walk some steps behind me? Like it's not even that kind of party. So come on, child, I've been where you were. So it's not that kind of life. So what happened was, that was one of the first visits that I had with her. And on that same visit, her roommate, because I wanted to be out and about and not stuck in our house, because that's not my type of life. I'm not about the house life. So she took me to see her friends, which happened to be some gay guys that stayed like right around the corner from the Walmart in a housing project. They were really, really cool, really, really nice. So what happened is that they wanted to go to the Chinese restaurant. And I was like, okay, yeah, shoot, I'm hungry too. Yeah, let's go eat. So we all got out of their apartment and was walking. So I'm thinking, okay, well, what they call it? Whose car are we going to? I'm like, whose car? So everybody proceeded to go to my car. I'm like, okay, well, wait. Anybody asked me to drive or to take them anywhere, but it was cool because I liked them. It was like, okay, yeah, we don't have a car, so we're thinking that you were going to take us. Oh, no, that's fine. So we went to the Chinese restaurant. They're really, really cool peeps, so I really didn't mind at all. So when we got to the Chinese restaurant, we ordered, and you know how it always is, fish had come in, and I really, really, really don't do fish like that. I really, really, really don't do fish like that. I really, 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 really don't do fish like that. I can count on one hand the genuine friendships that I have with a cisgendered woman. But she had come in, so I was ordering my food, and she had just came up behind me, so I went to my seat, and took it and proceeded to sit down. And she was like, "Oh, your butt is real. It's cute." And I was taken aback. I was like, who says those kind of things? In my head, I was like, who says those kind of things? So she immediately got no hey, got no hello, no thank you, no, I paid it to her. Like, she got it. Like, girl, what? So, in that instance, my friend's roommate saw how I felt about fish, and I made it verbal to her and her friends who we were there with. Like, I really don't do them because I haven't had a good experience. And again, in that instance, fish proved to be right, in that they're just messy. They're messy, especially when it comes to transgendered women. They're just messy. I can't stress that enough. They're messy. And again, I won't clump everybody, all fish or all cisgendered women into one boat, but again, I can count on my hand how many genuine women, cisgendered women I know or have come into interactions with. Okay, so from that instance, she knew my dealings or how I felt about fish. So on my last time or visit to Augusta, this particular Saturday we had gotten up. We had said that we were going to go to the mall. I wanted to go to the mall because I hadn't been to Augusta's mall. And we were getting ready. She was doing her makeup, I was doing my makeup. And then she had a friend come over. I'm thinking it was going to be one of the gays. And it was one of them from the last time. So that was fine. And he had asked me when he had come, can I take him somewhere? Can he ride along? And that was fine. Cool. Yeah. But with him was this fish. You know, I don't do fish. I really don't do fish like that. So she was there too. She was my sister's roommate's, I guess, cousin or what have you. So she was there, and we had all gotten ready and proceeded to walk out the door. So I was going to get in my car, and fish trots out there. I'm like, wait a minute. You just, for one, I don't know you, and I really don't do fish like that, for you to be riding in my car like that. She did say that you were going to ride along with us, and neither did you ask me. So Fish was taken aback. She was like, ooh, what? I meant what I said, and I said what I meant. Ask me before you just hop up in my car. Don't be just coming up to my car like you know me. We all willy-nilly, and we're not. So what happened was, I guess she got offended, and rightfully so. It is what it is. But my sister's roommate came out, and she was like, well, can she ride with us? And so forth. And I told her in front of them, like, this is the second time that you've done that. Like, you can't just happily invite others into my ride or into my space without asking me. That's inappropriate. And seemingly she understood, and I told Fish, okay, well, that's fine. You can come along. It's okay, no tea, but I just want to be made abreast of what's going on. And so she got in the car. Everything seemed to be okay. We went to the mall and had our little kikis or whatnot. So on my way home, I think it was the next day when I got back to where I lived in my own city, my sister was texting me. She was like, girl, the churn is talking about you think you grand, honey. You think you better than everybody else. And for me, it hurt my feelings because I never come off that way. I never come off like I'm better than anybody else. How I do come off is that I'm my own person. I'm comfortable in my own skin. If anybody that knows me can be a witness to me, they'll let you know that I'm the most humble girl in the world because I know from whence I've come. I know my transition, and I haven't always looked how I look, you know? Like, and it's not even about my looks. I'm just genuine. I'm just love. That's it. I'm all about good energy and giving off good energy. I just want to make it clear where I stand on things, you know? And when I've expressed that to you previously, why interrupt my flow? You understand what I'm saying? Why interrupt how my energy is? Why bring in outside energy that's going to disrupt my flow? That's not going to be a good thing when you already know my stance on things. So she already knew how I felt about Fish, and I made it clear to them how things were going to go and how it was. No shade. I don't dislike my roommate, my sister's roommate. Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. We're human and we're prone to error. So I just wanted it to be clear on how I see things and how I know some people to be. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But in my space, in my environment, I know what's going to make things flow smoothly, you know? And I just want to keep that direction, that ebb and tide going as smoothly as possible. So no, I'm not grand. Not grand at all. I do have a little bit of things. I do, but I'm not grand. I don't put on an air. I've never been one to put on an air. I've just always been love. That's it. I just always been me. And I think that's one thing that I don't want to say can be off-putting to people, but it is what it is. You just have to be you. No matter if people like it, no matter if people hate it. Granted, there are always going to be venomous people waiting in the wings to tear you down, no matter how you are. You can be Mother Teresa, you know? Like, there are always going to be people waiting to let you know how they feel about you. And that's fine. That's fine. You don't have to love, but love still is gonna love you regardless, and she's still gonna be herself. However you take that or accept that or not accept it, she's still gonna be her. Not about being grand. I know, again, what I have, and I don't have to project that onto anybody else, because we all have our own lives to live, our own lives to lead, our own walks along this journey, you know. And for me, it's about sharing what I have with others, sharing my knowledge to make your transition go smoother than mine did. Granted, it was not a lot of bumps and heels in my transition, but still, if there's anything that I can do to make someone else's journey smoother, I'm definitely going to do that and impart my wisdom to help out the next girl. So yeah, it's not about being grand. It wasn't about being grand, not at all. It's just about being who I am and living my own life, because again, you gotta live. Be happy while you live. Yeah, that's it. That's my rant. I guess it wasn't a rant. It wasn't a rant. That's just my opinion on how things are in my life. Yeah, know that you're loved. Know that you are loved.